Hey everybody, the Reswirl here, and welcome back to more of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. Okay, right, trial day, let's do this. You see, I guess I should have expected this. Wait, I can't even remember what happened. Ah, that's right. Nobody saw the other guy, huh? 9. But he was there when I took the coffee over, sir. Scout's honour. Who's this? Gumshoe? It is! Detective Gumshoe. Are you doing alright? How are you feeling? As if you need to ask either question, sir. Oh. Don't let it get you down, Maggie. And don't forget to eat well, okay? Roger. And you? Yes? You better square this case away, got it, pal? Maggie's innocent, you hear? If you screw up, then I'll be doing some squaring away myself. Squaring away some paperwork for your arrest. I think he's serious. Hey, detective. You're on our side for once, right? Yep. Yeah, this is actually, I would say a first, but to be fair, Gumshoe's always technically on our side. He's always helping us out, so I mean, you know. So you'll be able to help Maggie out, right? Really? Can you, sir? Of course. I've got the situation under control. I'm gonna be the first witness on the stand today. If something I say doesn't mesh with the facts, make sure you point it out, alright? Sure. Okay, we're forming a united front today, pal. You get me? This is strange. All for the sake of Maggie. I can't tell you how grateful I am, sir. I've always admired you so much, detective. I know I can count on you. Looks like it should all go pretty smoothly today, huh? I can only wish. Yeah, if only it was that simple. January 7th, 10 AM. Courtroom number 4. Have we been in... Oh, bloody hell. Hiccups. Oh, I had like 3 of them in a row. That was awful. No, I was going to say, have we been in a different courtroom with every case? Like, including the other games. I don't think I've ever been in the same courtroom. Aside from, you know, going into it on the, like, following day. Even on the following days, I don't think you go into the same one. Dink. Court is now in session for the trial of Maggie Bird. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Triple ups. Oh, he's got coffee already. Damn. Ah, bitter. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? I'm confused. What's wrong? Nothing. It's just whenever I addressed you in the previous trial, your response was... You was talking to me. It was a little, well, intimidating. No, that wasn't me. That was the phony Phoenix. I see. So our trusty Phoenix Wright is back with us now, is he? Our trusty. So, Mr. Gardo, your opening statement, please. Mr. Wright, whether you're a fake or the real deal, we will find out soon enough through this trial today. But I can already tell you, I'm the real Phoenix Wright. I wasn't questioning whether you are Phoenix Wright or not. I was questioning whether you had studied law or not. That's what I intend to find out. There's no denying it. Behind that mask is a man who really hates me for some reason or another. I mean, he just keep calling him trite for no reason, other than the fact he knows it annoys him. Either way, as everyone is aware, the court has already given its verdict in this case once. Therefore, I won't stand for irrelevant testimony during this retrial. Nor will I stand for a simple repetition of the evidence presented in the last trial. I'm not planning on repeating anything that phony me said, trust me. Now then, Mr. Gardo, please summon your first witness. Gumshoe! It's always Gumshoe. Poor guy. Okay, let's start with the formalities, shall we? Name and occupation. Witness, state your name for the court. Huh? Oh, sorry, sir. The name's Police Department Detective. Occupation, Dick Gumshoe. Other way around, detective. Huh? Oh, sorry. Anyway, I'm the officer in charge of this case since yesterday, sir. Since yesterday? Yeah, the guy who was on the initial investigation's tied up with another case now. I hope Gumshoe's really got everything under control, for everyone's sake. I see. So, Detective Gumshoe, would you outline for the court the basic facts of the case? Yes, sir. The victim's name was Glenn Elg, who was a professional programmer. He was on the payroll of Blue Screens Inc., a local company. I was going to say computer company. This is the victim's autopsy report. The court accepts this into evidence. Dankeschön. Wait, is this the first piece of evidence we've gotten? No. And here are the floor plans of the restaurant. Oh no, I do have more. That must be like the second page. Okay, cool. Right. Whoa. When the incident took place, the victim was sitting right here. The poisoned coffee was brought over to him by the, defendant? By the waitress. The waitress being the accused. Yeah. Oof. The victim died from poisoning almost immediately after he took a sip of the coffee. At the time of the incident, there were 2 other people in the restaurant. Mr. Gene Armstrong, the owner and chef, and a regular by the name of Mr. Victor Kudo. Something smells here. And it ain't the butts, for once. It seems to be a very straightforward case to me. Très bien. Floor plans have been added. Woohoo! Come, detective, take up this hammer, and nail the defendant's coffin shut with your own 2 hands. Now then, Detective Gumshoe, let's have your testimony. Yes, sir. Okay. The incident. When the incident took place, the victim was alone at his table, sir. We understand that the guy, Glenn Elg, was listening to the radio at the time. Traces of poison were found in his coffee cup. What we found was potassium cyanide. That stuff really packs a punch. And, it looks like Miss Bird might have had, well, some kind of a motive. Okay. Using the dark, aromatic depths of coffee to conceal the poison. Classy lady. The facts of this case seem to be ironclad. Mr. Wright, I would ask you to begin your cross-examination, but... Yes? Please, no intimidation tricks this time around. Is that understood? Oh my god. I already told you, that wasn't me. It was brilliant. If only we got to see that trial, that would have been the best. So the incident. I don't know why I made such retarded noises. Right, so he was alone at the table. Objection! Hold it. I mean, I do object. Can I stop you for just a minute? Huh? What is it? Did I say something that contradicts the evidence? He's so desperate for that to be true, he's practically crying. Your testimony just now doesn't match the testimony given by Miss Bird. She claims that there was another man at the victim's table. Yeah, that's what she said, and I... Oh. What killer wouldn't say that when faced with a homicide conviction? Hey. Sadly, her testimony isn't supported by the owner of or the other customer. Isn't that right, Detective Gumshoe? Yeah, it's true. Their 2 testimonies tie up on that. They both said there was no other guy at the table. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yeah, go for it. I just don't understand. How could one person see another person? Oh god. How could Maggie see another guy sat at the table with Glenn Elg, but nobody else could? Or maybe the other witnesses just missed him. Perhaps their view of the victim's table was obscured in some way. Huh. That argument is as weak as the coffee at Tribulations, right? I have here in my possession a ticket. A ticket? Looks more like a photo to me. Yes, a one-way ticket to Guiltyville. Vile. Population, the defendant. This is a photograph taken from near the entrance to the kitchen. This is the scene as witnessed by the chef moments after the poisoning took place, correct? I think the court will agree that with such a clear view of the scene of the crime. How, Mr. Trite, could anyone have overlooked a second person at the table? Crap. Just crap. It certainly seems to show the victim's table extremely clearly. Crime photo added to the court record. Understand that the guy Glenn Elg was listening to the radio at the time. Ooh, I wonder. He was listening to his radio, you say? Yeah, he had a portable radio in his chest pocket. Maggie told us that too, didn't she? Something about how one of them had some sort of earpiece. What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder? No. 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 No, I should leave it alone. I got a bad feeling about where this is going. If you got a bad feeling about this, then maybe you should leave it alone. I once had a bad feeling that I was about to have a bad feeling. It was really bad. Maybe I should move on to another part of his testimony. Yeah, maybe. Found in his coffee cup. Do we actually have the coffee cup? Oh, we don't. Okay. What about the autopsy? What does it say? Alright. So, traces of the poison were found in the coffee cup and nowhere else. Not sure I get you, pal. Was the poison a liquid? Or was it a powder? If I had to put it in layman's terms, I'd say it was a powdery substance. So the poison could have been in anything that was on the table. Sugar, salt, pepper. Do you put salt and pepper in your coffee, right? No, but you do put sugar in it. Assuming you like it sweet and not bitter. The victim took his coffee black with no sugar. I can't do that. I think I've tried a black coffee once, and holy balls. It was, oh god, it nearly blew my head off with how bitter the bloody thing was. It seems that the poison could only have been in the coffee. What should I do? Press on this point a little harder or not? Yeah! You're absolutely certain that the victim even drank any of his coffee? Huh? What do you mean? According to this file, the poison was found in the victim's coffee cup. Well, what proof is there that the victim even drank any of it? Oh, hey, you're right. That's what I was thinking. Gumshoe's just kind of giving himself away, isn't he? In case you were wondering, that last objection was for the detective there. Huh? For me? Oh. Oh, hey, you're right. You may be fooling the court, but I'm not falling for it. If you have time to waste, have the time to waste, you have the time to present that piece of evidence. That piece, sir? Yes, that piece. Oh no! What piece was it again? Oh my god. Oh, Gumshoe. Should I be grateful this coffee's only hot enough to give me first degree burns? Oh, now I remember. This is the, victim's coffee cup. Ooh. Yes, the victim's cup. Take a good look at the rim. Oh yes, it's unmistakable. There is clearly a coffee stain on it. Conclusive proof that the victim did drink the poisoned coffee that was in this cup. The victim gulped down the bit of death that the Wright just brought him like this. My god. Goddo, you're a beast. For the record, the prints on the cup were the victim's and the defendant's. Okay. Upon further investigation of his cup, we found a certain chemical substance. Potassium cyanide, man. Alright. Looks like Miss Bird might have had some kind of motive. What is that, pray tell? It's probably the lottery ticket. That's probably what they'll pop up with, I get. The feeling. Some kind of a motive. Yeah, but if you ask me, it's been blown away out of proportion. Oh my god, Gumshoe. You know what my golden rule is, detective? Chuck out a bad cup of coffee. You can always get another. Oh, he's on about Gumshoe. I don't get it. Can always throw away a crappy detective for another. I'm saying we can always get another witness on the stand if we have to chuck you out. Yep. So stick to the facts, detective. Now then, what was Miss Bird's motive? Come on, Gumshoe. She was... They said she wanted to steal a lottery ticket. I knew it. That's what we heard yesterday too. It disappeared from the scene of the crime. And it wasn't just any lottery ticket, it was a winner! Ah, it was a winning ticket for $500,000. Oh no! Mr. Armstrong knew about the ticket too, didn't he? But he stole the wrong one. And is it possible Maggie stole the winning one? What should I do? Should I press on this point a little harder or not? Yes. Wait a minute. The mere fact that the lottery ticket disappeared is in no way implicates my client. He has evidence, doesn't he? I have here in my hand the very ticket in question. That's the $500,000 lottery ticket? One of the female police officers found it when she was conducting a search of the defendant. Ah, no. What? Not good. Order, order. Oh, pardon me. She's quite a lucky bird, our little waitress. You will submit that ticket as evidence to the court immediately. I better keep an eye on that ticket. The way the judge's voice is quivering. I mean, it is $500,000. I'll just keep this for safekeeping. This ticket was presented to the court in the previous trial too. But it feels heavier now somehow. $500,000, you say? It's just a scrap of paper. What matters is where it was found, Your Honor. I bet it wants to say it was found on Maggie's person. How do they know someone didn't just plant it there? That's enough! The facts of this case seem overwhelmingly clear to me. The defendant had ample opportunity to commit the crime of which she is charged. Furthermore, it seems beyond reasonable doubt that she did indeed commit the crime. I like an old man who knows the score. There is also the matter of the $500,000 lottery ticket. That alone provides a very credible motive. I mean, for that sum of money, even I might be tempted to bend the rules. I don't mind an old man who is weak to the siren call of money. Not good, Nick. The evidence against Maggie is starting to pile up fast. Yeah, it's because the court has ruled guilty once already. I'd say it's about time to wrap up this repeat performance. With one final decisive piece of evidence. He's got more evidence against Maggie. This is the apron the delightful Miss Bird was wearing at the time. Wow, that's not the cleanest apron I've seen. That stain looks like... it can't be blood, can it? It seems the star of our play was a little flustered. And somehow spilled coffee on herself. The coffee? That's not exactly the first thing that caught my eye. Of course, the coffee stain isn't the most interesting thing about this apron. No, there's something else that stands out even more. Something else? I presume you mean... Of course, I'm referring to the pocket. Oh. The pocket. A search carried out right after the incident uncovered this. Potassium cyanide. The very poison used by the killer was in her apron pocket. A bottle of poison in Maggie's pocket. Yeah, and Maggie's prints were the only ones on it. Oh no, this is really not looking good. Huh. The court will accept these items into evidence. So we got an apron and potassium cyanide. Oh dear. There's something still bothering me. Oi oi oi, Mr. Goddo. Why have you not explained the bloodstain to the court? Bloodstain? What bloodstain would that be? Don't play games, prosecutor. The blood-coloured stain that's smeared all over the apron. That's ridiculous. No one told me anything about a bloodstain. You don't need to be told, just look at it. Well, detective, could the stain really be blood? No way, sir. It's just ketchup, sir. Ketchup. She must have gotten some on her apron while taking someone their breakfast that day. Jesus. Oi, oi, oi. I can't stop yawning. You could have spoken up a little sooner, Detective Gumshoe. Pull a stunt like that again, and I'll have you drink 17 cups of ketchup, witness. Jesus! Thought everyone knew what it was already. I mean, it doesn't look like blood. It was a little lighter than blood, though. I haven't seen anything yet to make me doubt the last verdict I rolled on this case. The motive, the opportunity, and the supporting evidence. They have all been clearly established. Well, Wright, it seems you really are a phony after all. You really know how to drive a man nuts. Witness, please continue with your testimony. Describe for the court the crime scene. And the findings of your investigation there. Let's do it. Right, okay, so... Crime was reported at 2:25 PM by a kind of scary old man, sir. A kind. Scary old man. Poor Maggie had passed out from the shock. It must have been real tough for her. The victim didn't have any identification on him. but we figured out who he was pretty quick, and then the investigation went smoothly. When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and the bottle of poison. And that was it. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. You identified the victim and secured your prime suspect. Very good. Last chance to convince the court you're a real lawyer, trite. Don't count on any more cross-examinations after this one. So, let the fun begin. Okay. Is that Victor Kudo? Kudo! Probably is Kudo. Scary old man, Detective Gumshoe? There's an old man who's a regular at the restaurant where the incident happened. Ah, we're obviously talking about the same old man. Kudo! Officers were dispatched right after the report came in, but the old guy still made a fuss. What took you so long? Then he hurled abuse at them, and seeds. Seeds. It was nothing. I caught each one with my teeth. What? I guess not even the mighty Goddo can avoid being attacked by that guy. The old man was the only other customer in the place at the time. He took his time finding a payphone apparently, so he was late reporting the crime. How late? How long was the defendant unconscious for? The officers got to the crime scene at around 2:40 PM. Maggie was still out cold in the kitchen at the time. It took another 10 minutes or so before she came to. Would have liked to have been on the scene myself. I bet you would have liked to have carried out the search too. Nah, would have loved to see Maggie asleep like that. All pretty and peaceful. You're a professional detective, Gumshoe, not a professional birdwatcher. My god. Save the romantics for your own time, detective. All we need to know about is the investigation. Oops, I guess I'm pretty red right now, aren't I? What a goofball. So he didn't have any identification on him. Okay. Didn't have any? Are you saying that it was stolen then? No, I don't think so. The victim didn't have a driver's license or even a credit card on him, pal. All he had was 58 cents in his wallet. 58 cents? Yeah, I can't believe I found someone with less in their wallet than me, pal. The victim sounds like he was a thoroughly miserable young man. Or some kind of outlaw. Wanna give him a bit of an edge? I think I'm onto something here. So he had no identification, but they figured out who he was pretty quickly. How? How could you find out who someone is quickly without identification? Wait a sec. Huh? Did I say something dumb again? Let me paraphrase what you just testified to this court. The victim didn't have any form of ID on him. That's basically what you said, yes? Yeah, basically. In that case, how were you able to identify the victim so quickly? Oh, that. He's so let down, he's got the whole sagging shoulders and puppy eyes thing going. There was a prescription bag on the victim's table along with the lottery ticket. It seems Mr. Glenelg visited his doctor before he went to Tribulations. Oh, how useful. We got the victim's name from the medical records of the doc who prescribed the meds. That's a reliable enough source for the court. What should I do? Should I leave this alone or ask to hear more? Ooh, ask about his health insurance. No, ask about the bag. What sort of medicine was in the bag? Well, actually, the bag we found was empty. Huh? Yeah, completely empty. It was completely empty. Is that what that green bottle is? It actually could be. I mean, it was unmarked. But if it was in a prescription bag, it wouldn't need to be marked. You're entering in it an empty paper bag as evidence. Desperate, are you, Trite? Now, what happened with the investigation after that, Detective? When Maggie was searched, we found the lottery ticket and a bottle of poison. Bum bum. So, but the defendant had been passed out for a while, correct? In that case, isn't it possible someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket? Hey, yeah! You've nailed it, pal! Oh my god. Happens to me all the time. We had a department party the other day, and when I got home, I was wearing the boss's shoes. Keep up this crazy testimony, detective, and those shoes will end up down your throat. Sorry. So, Trite, someone planted the evidence in Maggie's pocket. That's a pretty bold statement. Care to back it up with some evidence? Well, I'd love to, if I had any. It appears you have no evidence to support your theory, Mr. Wright. Continue with your testimony, witness. There was nothing else missing from the crime scene. That's a bold-faced lie. His medication was bloody missing. Although I do still think it is this. Where is it? Wait a minute. Wait, where actually is it? We had a green bottle, didn't we? I'm confused. I'm sure we did. Either way, yeah. The bag is empty. I was like, what? Detective Gumshoe, I think I should point something out to you. There is just one small contradiction in your testimony. Oh-ho, finally! I'm getting all anxious just waiting, so hurry up, will you? You testified that nothing else was missing from the crime scene. However, the prescription bag you mentioned was empty. Did the officers recover the medicine from the scene of the crime later? No, they didn't. The victim was given a prescription right before going to Tribulations. Where, then, did the medicine disappear to? You are too cool, pal. Oh my god. What a douche. Not douche. Goof is more so what I wanted to call him, but I came out with douche. Indeed. Due consideration wasn't given to the victim's prescription in the previous trial. Witness, why do you always overlook such vital pieces of evidence? I guess that's the most careless thing I've done so far, huh? The victim was killed by poison, and the victim's medicine mysteriously disappeared. The victim's own prescription could have been the lethal poison itself. Ah. No. I mean, it could be. I just don't see it. Order. Well, Mr. Gordo, what do you have to say to that? That's all. Ha! What? Read for the court the name of the clinic on the prescription bag, if you will. What's the clinic's name got to do with anything? New Ear... Oh. Wait. Otolaryngological. No idea how you say that. Just what kind of illness was the victim suffering from, Mr. Gordo? Hardly an illness, Your Honor. More like a bit of a war wound, you could say. A war wound? The day before the incident, Mr. L found himself in a fight. He took a blow to the side of the head, and ruptured his eardrum. He ruptured his eardrum? Then what on earth was the prescription he was given? It was a cream that was to be applied topically inside his ear canal, not to be ingested. Ah, crap. However, it's mentioned in the autopsy report if you read the fine print. They found traces of the medication in the victim's left ear. Hold up. Shoot. Is there anywhere that says, like, which ear he was listening to something in? No, you can't see anything from that. Sheesh. Do you have any, like, testimony? No, that's a loan contract. What about this? No, it doesn't say. Crap. I know he was listening to something. In one of his ears. I'm certain it was his left ear. Right, so in the victim's left ear. Yes, here it is. In very, very fine print. It seems Mr. O correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribulations. Therefore, it would be absurd to believe that he would have eaten his medication. It seems that this medication is irrelevant to the case after all. No. If you don't think of something quick, it'll all be over. She's right. Well, I can't get away with any old weak objection. What should I do? Push the medication issue. Only moments ago, Mr. Gatto made the following statement. It seems Mr. O correctly applied some of his medication while he was at Tribien. If that's the case, then why was the medication not found at the scene of the crime? But the medication in question was for topical use inside the ear canal. Even still, that doesn't change the fact that it could not be found at the crime scene. However insignificant it may seem, it's a lawyer's duty to pursue the truth. You know as well as I do that the medication is irrelevant. It hardly seems likely that a prescription drug would contain potassium cyanide. It hardly seems likely that the coffee the waitress served would contain it either. But it did. The possibility is undeniable. Ooh. That's enough. Mr. Gatto, is the detective the only witness the prosecution wishes to call? Mr. Gatto? I've got my own witness I'd like to call, sir. It's the old man who was there in the restaurant on the day of the murder. Victor Kudo, the pigeon hater? Very well. The matter of the disappearing medication seems little more than trivial at best. However, it wasn't explored at all in the previous trial, and that is something that bothers me. Yay! Good job, Nick! Yes! The court will adjourn for a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear the prosecution's next witness. I suppose this means I'll just have to finish you off in my last 6 cups. Court is adjourned for the recess. Yay! Is that going to be to be continued? No, it isn't. Okay. Right, so. Whew, that was close. Tell me about it. I nearly died in there. That's my line, sir. No, it's my line. I think I really did die a little bit. Looks like we all nearly died in there. I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. How could he betray us like that? Huh? He said he'd help me, but he totally set me up. I don't think he meant to do that, Maggie. He was backed into a corner. I mean, the guy's got to do his job, right? It's okay, I know all about lies and betrayal. I've had them my whole life. But it really hurt this time. It felt like someone punched me hard in the stomach. I hate that guy. I don't ever want to see him again. Poor Gumshoe. So the next witness is going to be that old guy from the park, right? Yeah, Mr. Kudo. Lover of waitress outfits and projectile seeds. I bet he's going to be really stubborn. I mean, he's pretty set in his ways, you know? Yeah, it's a big old grouch. Are you going to be able to handle him, Nick? Yeah, I can take whatever he throws at me, even those never-ending bird seeds. He shouldn't be able to throw them at us. Hopefully. Sheesh. So, okay. Wait, so we're in the district lobby number 1, but we go into the courtroom number 4. How bizarre. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Maggie Bird. Mr. Gatto, your next witness, please. The prosecution calls the lucky old-timer who caught the show over a cup of coffee. Will the witness please take the stand? Oh man, look at— oh, he does have the seeds. Ah, shit. Name and occupation if you don't mind. The name is Victor Kudo, born and bred in the land of the rising sun. Honour and duty are what make me, mind you, I can be emotional at times too. We don't need to hear about that, Mr. Kudo, just tell the court your occupation. My occupation? Listen, young'un. How much coal do you think there is for kimono embroidery here? Kimono embroidery? That's what I do, or did, back in Japan. I embroidered family crests on kimonos. My ancestors were embroidering kimonos before this country even existed. Wow, a real craftsman. They're a dying breed. Hey, maybe he could embroider my costume sometime. Anyway, like I said, there's not much demand for that kind of thing here. So I had to take a job working the cash register at a burger joint, pretending to smile. That burger joint would have been better off putting him in the kitchen. Now then, witness. Were you in the restaurant at the time of the incident? Oh yes, I was eating some seeds over a cup of Jabachino. Seeds? What do you think these are, I see. So you saw everything that happened, Gramps? Did I? Oh yes. Oh yes, I did. I saw it all. Then please, tell the court. We're all ears. Sure. I'll tell you. I'll tell you every last detail. He's really getting into this. Yeah, just a little bit. What I witnessed. So the young man was reading the sports paper. The serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. The man took one sip of it, looked like he was in terrible pain, and then collapsed. That's the serving girl right there in the defendant's chair. I remember her well. To Mr. Kudo, she is not a serving girl. Please refer to her as a waitress. You're as bad as the rest of them. All these newfangled words, what's wrong with the old-fashioned ones, Newfangled? All this talk of radios and glasses, it's wireless, and spectacles, I tell you. Excuse me? Listen to me, everyone. Don't forget the old values, don't let the good old days slip away. Well, I think it's time to begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. Okay, so... reading the sports paper. Are you sure? So you saw the victim then? You saw Mr. Glenn Elg. I wanted to know if Gutzon Braun retained his championship or not. So he was looking at the sports paper the victim was reading, huh? And at the location in question. There are partitions between tables on the same side of the restaurant, right? So what if there are? If you say that you could see the victim, that would mean you were sitting at a table on the other side of the restaurant, correct? I got to that place to drink Javachino. I don't go to sit. I don't remember what table I was sitting at. You mean you go there to eye the waitress? Yeah. Serving girl brought him a Javachino, but she put something in it. So, Mr. Kudo, that's a very grave accusation. Are you sure about what you saw? Victor Kudo never makes mistakes. I dot every T and cross every I. I see. My eyesight's fine. The doctor said I only need spectacles for reading and driving. I bet his eyes are only really fine when he's scoping out a waitress. And I saw what the serving girl put into the Javachino as well. I better know what's coming up, and something tells me I'm not gonna like it. I'm not pressing harder, stop that noise. Yeah, it'd be too dangerous to press this too much. I better ignore it for now. So what happened next? He took one sip and... bleh. Oh no! He died. He took just one sip. You young'uns, you waste everything. Those Javachinos cost $8. In the good old days, we would have drank every last drop, eaten the cup and then died. Congratulations, you have earned the title of fattiest man to grace a courtroom. So it was an immediate death? Well, with potassium cyanide, I suppose that is possible. Oh yes, he slumped over without as much as a twitch. I felt the Javachino I just drank turn sour in my stomach. Oh yes, I know that feeling. And the waitress? I presume she is... Well, it seems he only saw her from behind. You said I remember her well in reference to the waitress. Did she have any particular features you can identify her by? Particular features? It's a disgrace, that's what it is. Sorry? You can see all the way up to her... you know. She's practically naked in that uniform. So the particular feature you recognise about the waitress is her outfit. But anyone could wear just such a uniform, even me. Mr. Wright, please spare the court of any further mental anguish from that image. Don't get all excited, Nick. You gotta keep yourself together. I guess I got a bit carried away. There are other things I recognise about her too. He seems pretty sure of himself. What should I do? Sure. Sure, you saw a waitress take the coffee over to the victim, an innocent waitress. But what matters is whether that waitress was Maggie Bird or not. Quite right. Mr. Kudo, these other features that you recognise about the defendant. I would ask you add them to your testimony. Sure, sure. There was a ribbon in her hair, and her apron's straps were loose. You do seem to remember several details about her appearance. But what about the most crucial detail of all, her face? As if I wouldn't remember that. The witness noticed the straps of the accused's apron. He's unlikely to make a mistake about her face. That's right, I can even tell you the colour of the ribbon in her hair. It was red. So you see, there's nothing wrong with the witness's eyesight. There's no doubt he remembers the waitress pretty well. What should I do? I get the feeling there's something more to this somehow. Ask about the straps, ask about her back. About her back? It's... I don't know, like, asking about her back just seems a bit weird. But yeah, sure, I guess. The identifying features you described are all things you would see from the back. So what, you wouldn't see her face? Is it possible that you never saw the waitress from the front at all?
Objection.
Huh. He's got you there, Gramps. People normally talk about facial features when they're asked to describe someone. But this witness's testimony is nothing but straps and ribbons. This is harassment. Haha, he does throw seeds. What a dick. I tell you, I'm not obsessed with straps or ribbons. I'm just telling you what I saw. Oh, we're exposing this old man's dirty little secrets. Mr. Kudo, the court requests that you add details about any identifying features. Features you observe from the front, that is, to your testimony. Sure, sure. This old man's testimony is getting longer and longer. If I can't find a hole in it soon, it'll be even longer, I bet. There wasn't anything that caught me interest about her when I saw her from the front. You lie. Even you would notice this. Yeah. Small pockets and a big stain. Or big stains. Mr. Kudo, I would like you to please take a look at this. That filthy thing would suit filth like you just perfectly. Actually, it reminds me of what my grandson looks like, just after he's done eating. Have you ever seen this before? Of course I haven't. Do you think I'd forget something as dirty as that, hmm? Well, you half-witted clot. Jesus. Oh, look at that smile. So I caught you out. What? What is it? Ever since I said you half-witted clot, there's been an eerie silence in here. Mr. Kudo, this apron is the apron worn by the defendant on the day of the poisoning. And as you just said yourself, you wouldn't forget something like this. Which means if you had really seen this apron before... Yes, you know what I'm getting at. You couldn't have possibly seen the waitress from the front. Oops. I was waiting for him to start throwing more seeds. Witness! You can't just oops your way out of this. Well, well. Looks like we finally have a genuine trial on our hands. Woohoo! Listen, Wright, here are the facts. On the day of the incident, there was only one waitress in the restaurant. That being the defendant, Miss Maggie Bird. Exactly. And when that one waitress put the poison into the coffee cup, this old guy was watching. Hope you understand the gravity of the situation, Mr. Kudo. The fate of the defendant may rest upon what you say you remember seeing. Just tell the court exactly what you saw, Gramps. You can rely on me, Captain. My noggin's in perfect working order. I can't remember a single occasion when I forgot what burger a customer wanted. You can't remember? Probably more like he messed up so many times he's blocking it out. Yeah, I'd probably go with that too. Very well, let's test just how good your memory and attention to detail is, Mr. Kudo. Tell us what you remember about the victim. Bloody hell. I'm starting to, like, think, maybe I shouldn't have started recording this at this time. It's nearly 4 AM, and I only got like 3 hours of sleep last night. Or more so, yesterday morning, because I went to sleep at about 6 o'clock, and I woke up at just before, I think it was like 9:30. So, yeah, I'm pretty damn tired. I'll be able to record a session of this, I think. It's just, with it being a very text-heavy game, and there's a lot of reading, it's really hard to just not, like, drone on and then start to fall asleep. About the victim. Yeah, if I drone on for much longer, I'll end up just passing out. He was another of those pesky young types wearing a broken pair of spectacles. No, it was a... Oh god, what's it called? Is it Scouter? I'm trying to think what it's called in Dragon Ball Z. I think it's a Scouter, something like that. He had a newspaper in his right hand, and the noisy brat kept rustling its pages. The young man was listening to the wireless, I remember that well. Then the servant girl in question brought over the Javicino. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. Hold up. Wait, he was holding the paper in his right... his free hand would have been his left. Interesting. The testimony we have just heard was to test how credible the witness's memory is. It seems to me that he remembers the victim in a great deal of detail. Oh yes, I hate those you-know-what types who are so vague about everything. How are we gonna handle this, Nick? We only need to do one thing. We just need to prove that the old man's memory is shot. Just trip him up, you mean? Isn't that kinda cruel? I suppose, but it's what I do best. Yeah, I think I know where to catch him out. Or where I have caught him out. Because if I go over to the coffee, picked it up with his free hand, but you wouldn't be able to drink with your left hand unless you, like, held it backwards. In which case you'd probably be more likely to give yourself third-degree burns than you would to actually drink from it. So yeah, he used his right hand with it. Okay. I don't want to present it. I do want to press all of his dialogue, though. Hold it! Spectacles? Dark glasses to you. One of the lenses was green, but the other was broken. Newfangled rubbish. That's what I remember. That's why I remember him so well. He did have some kind of scouter over his left eye. I wouldn't have called it a pair of glasses. He seems to have been wearing some rather modern-looking shades. Perhaps I should take to wearing some and rival Mr. Godot's sharp appearance. We better come up with something sharp, and quick. Guess I'll wait and see if I should challenge him about the spectacles. He has a newspaper in his right hand. Yeah, okay, so that's where you do catch him out. Alright. The newspaper was a sports paper, wasn't it? That young hooligan. I nearly asked him, can't you even read without fidgeting? How was I supposed to be able to read the back page with all that rustling going on? I needed to find out if Guts and Braun retained his championship title. It was his paper, not yours. If you wanted to know so badly, why didn't you buy your own? What are you looking at me for, like that for? How dare you judge me? As for getting hit by seeds. Guts and Braun got beaten yesterday, by the way. Anyway. Right, so the young man was listening to the wireless. To the wireless. The wireless? The decadent young rascal. In my day, it was one or the other. Read the paper or listen to the wireless. Oh boy. I'm using an earpiece. It's selfish. That's what it is. I was straining my ears, but I couldn't catch any of it. Was he that desperate to listen to the radio? What are you looking at me like that for, How dare you feel sorry for me? This is twice we've been assaulted. Oh no, 3 times we've been assaulted. Then the serving girl brought serving girl in question brought over the cappuccino. You mean the waitress, who you only saw from behind, right? You're one of those, are you? You never let anything go, is that right? Maybe. What does it matter if I saw her from the front or from behind? My eyes don't tell a lie. Better not push it until I have some hard evidence. Yeah, he just keeps attacking me. The little fidget picked up the cup with his free hand and took a sip. You lie! Oh, Mr. Kudo. Tut tut tut. Mr. Kudo, do you remember what you were told at the start of this testimony? That this was a way of testing your the credibility of your memory. I know. There's nothing wrong with my memory, I tell you, nothing. If I got anything wrong, I'll eat these seeds and sing the pigeon song. Care to tell us where this is going, Trite? According to Mr. Kudo, the victim was holding the paper in his right hand, while drinking coffee with his free hand, which would make that his left. What is this, kindergarten? Also, I thought it was kindergarten, not kindergarten. But whatever. But I'd like the court to please take a look at this. That's the cup the victim used. Correct. Yes, and on the rim, you'll notice the mark left by the victim's lips. Yeah. There's a stain left by the coffee. If you consider where that stain is, you'll clearly see that the victim was holding the cup in his right hand. But how? Well, Mr. Kudo, the court is waiting for your epic performance. You said you'd eat those seeds and sing the pigeon song. Mr. Kudo, I'm afraid this is simply not acceptable. I think the witness had better go back to the park where he came from and... Wait! You think I'm going to stand here and listen to you tell me I'm mad? You're wrong. I don't care about that dirty coffee cup, I know what I saw. You still insist on your testimony. That young brat was holding the cup in his left hand. Oh yes, no question. I'm a good law-abiding citizen, I am. It's not that dead young hotbot, and you spiky head yahoo, who are at fault. Oh, he's on about Goddo. Who, me? Thank you, old man. We've had quite enough from you already. Don't call me old man, old man. Been around for 68 years, I have. You can't ignore me. Listen to what I gotta say. Jesus. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but... Sure, why not hear a little more? Mr. Goddo. But this is my 16th cup of coffee. So this is your final stand. Thank you, Captain. You can rely on Victor. As he's eating the seeds. Left hand or right hand? The boy was wearing the earpiece on the same side of the green lens of his specs. So it was! I knew it! Because they said it was, he had his eardrum ruptured on the left side of his head. He kept fiddling with it all the time. He was fiddling with it just before he picked up the cup too. And then he used the same hand to pick up the cup, his left hand. So everything was on his left hand side. We know that the victim was wearing an unusual monocle over his left eye. It wasn't a monocle, Your Honor. It was a small computer monitor often used by programmers. A monitor? You mean like a television screen? The inside of the lens is a screen that displays computer data. It's called an HMD. It's a common tool in the victim's line of work. HD TV, DVD, CD, all these newfangled letters drive me mad, but they don't matter. I know what I saw and I'm telling the truth. It's true, he doesn't seem to be lying. And those are the facts in good old black and white. Left hand or right? I mean, I could just press, but I think I can just present on any of these. We don't actually have, like, the medicine, so... Yeah, I suppose I'll just have to try to do that. I'm not sure what the relevance of this is, but... Mr. Kudo, there is something very strange about your observations of the victim. Again? What? You say he was wearing the earpiece on the same side as the HMD. No question, you can lock me up if I'm wrong, it was his left end, without a doubt. I could only see that side of his head from where I was sitting. I don't think so. What did you say? You're no doubt unaware of this fact, Mr. Kudo. But the victim couldn't hear with his left ear. His eardrum was ruptured. Eh? Traces of medication for his condition were found in his ear canal. That's right, it's impossible that the victim was wearing his earpiece in his left ear. Because he couldn't even hear in that ear. Is that true, Captain? It is. Pigeon. Pretty pigeon. Oh, that must be the pigeon song. Oh my. Okay. So this witness's testimony is completely unreliable. He only saw the waitress from behind, and he claims the victim was wearing an earpiece when we know his eardrum was ruptured. You're full of shit. Well, Mr. Goddo. A single drop of milk is all it takes to destroy the pure black magic in the cup. This old man is my drop of milk. Captain, you calling me a drip? This is the victim's coffee cup in which the potassium cyanide was found. The mark on the rim clearly shows that the victim picked it up with his right hand. I'll never back down, I know I'm right. The lad drank his Giovacchino with his left hand. Let me put you out of your misery. Clearly the victim used both hands. He took a sip with the cup held in his right hand, and then switched to his left. That's what the old man saw. Impossible. The witness has already testified on numerous occasions. After one sip he died. But the victim died immediately after taking just one sip of the coffee. Which hand the victim used to pick up his coffee is irrelevant, Your Honor. The fact still stands. With one hand or the other, Mr. Elg drank the poison coffee. Like this. Sadly, Mr. Goddo, that doesn't wash. The point of this testimony was to establish whether the witness's memory was credible. And the results are clear. The testimony given by the witness is useless. Ooh. Jesus. I believe it is time to conclude today's proceedings. I'm satisfied that the witness is not deceiving the court, but to be frank, his testimony is a farce. Did you have to be so frank? Take that, you pompous old fogey. I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo. You can't reach me from there. He was just throwing seeds at the stand. Oh man. I'm ordering the defense and the prosecution to investigate this case further. That is all for now. This court is adjourned. Wait! If we stop now, where does that leave me? Oh my god, he really wants to continue. Leave you, Mr. Kudo. Thanks to that that blue-suited young upstart over there. I'm just a bumbling old man who can't even dot his T's or cross his I's now. How is your bad memory my fault? I'm sorry, Mr. Kudo, but there's nothing I can do. I kept my mouth shut until now. But there's something else the court should know. I love when this music just kicks up. What? There's more? To be perfectly honest, it might not be anything. But I want another chance. I want another crack at you, you young shark. Me? He's looking at me like I'm some sort of evil shogun. Well everyone, what do you say to one final showdown? The final chapter in this eccentric old man's scrapbook. Sorry, Gramps. I've already had my 17th cup of coffee. What have you got to lose, Captain? I'll give you all the coffee you want if you come to my house after the trial. I may be 68 years old, but Victor Kudo is still a man. What? That's enough, witness. I believe it will be quicker for the court to just hear your testimony. You bet, much, much quicker. I can't believe this is happening. You better get ready, youngster. Can I get the picture? Just quit throwing those seeds at me, would you? You're gonna be using some sort of infinite ammo code with that box of seeds. That's a great way of breaking the fourth wall. The final showdown. First of all, I want to stress that this might be nothing. I'm not too sure of myself. The young boy slumped over the table as soon as he took one sip of his Jabbercino. Well, the clumsy idiot upset the vase. He knocked it right over. It broke and the strip of cloth covering the table got completely soaked. Well, how about that? Turning things upside down, Wait, really? Right. Is that all? Yes, that's all. I remember it perfectly. You doubting me again? You're doubting a poor defenseless old man. No, we're not doubting you, Mr. Kudo. Don't you get the feeling there's a question hanging on everyone's lips, Nick? Yeah. So what? Probably. That's all I can think of, and I have to cross-examine this guy. You're a bad brain, that's what... That's why all you can... Wait. That's why that's all you can think of. I'm really bad at reading. Very well. Mr. Wright, your final cross-examination, please. You got it, Judge. Let's do this. Right, so what we're doing? That's what I want to stress, this might be nothing. Not too sure myself. I knocked over a vase. Did he? That's a floor plan. Check the photo! Oh god, I feel really bad for Kudo, because he keeps pointing things out that just aren't true. It's intact here, I'm sorry. Mr. Kudo, this is a photograph of the crime scene. So what? Would you care to take a look at the table? Look carefully at the table. The vase is there, intact. Huh? What's your tongue, Grandad? I'm not Grandad of yours, hopscotch. Jesus. Enough! If you throw any more seeds in this courtroom, the cleaners will be here all night. What is it now? I just remembered something. Again. Yes, go on. The broken vase. It was on my table. Oh, well, you see... It startled me when that young lad collapsed, so I stood up. That must have been when it fell over. The vase on my table, I mean. The vase on your table? Yes, it was on my table. That's how my groin came to be completely soaked. Lovely! Oh my goodness. Alright, cool. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. I'd like to ask a question now. Have I been any use at all? Perhaps that's something you should reflect on yourself, Mr. Kudo. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more. I've got more to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. Oh my god, stop this man. Bailiff, escort the witness out of the courtroom. Wait, listen to me. There he goes. Holy balls. Well, we seem to have been considerably sidetracked. And I am still not in a position to deliver a verdict. The defendant has not been positively identified as the waitress in question. Additionally, there are two disparities in the testimony we have heard thus far. The mark on the coffee cup that the victim supposedly drank with his left hand, and the earpiece, which was inserted into his left ear, out of which he couldn't hear. Oh, Nick, you did it! I therefore require both the defense and the prosecution to further investigate the facts. Yes, Your Honor. There is one more thing before I call today's session to an end. One more thing, Jackie, Your Honor. The witness we just heard from. He is most insistent that his testimony should be of use, so he summarized it accordingly into this statement. Okay. You may each have a copy of it if you wish. Whatever. The prosecution doesn't need props like that. Godo's really mad, huh? Yeah, I would be too. Very well. Here you are then. Mr. Wright, there are 3 copies. My own, yours, and Mr. Godo's. Yes, Your Honor. Is this one of those poems again? Or haikus? I am sorry. This isn't a piece of testimony, more like a 5-year-old's apology. What the heck are we supposed to do with 3 copies? Wait, why did we get all 3? That is all, the court is adjourned. I'm confused. To be continued. Ooh-wee. Ba-dum-bum. Save, yes. Wait, what? Oh, whoops. Right, it's only been an hour, so let's hope the investigation's not really that long. We'll see, though. So, how do you think the trial went this morning? How do you think it went? Got a bit crazy in there, I just wonder if that killed our chances. Yeah, I guess it did get out of hand. Mr. Kudo's testimony did nothing to help us. Plus, now we don't even know the identity of the waitress who laced the coffee. All we know is what old Mr. Kudo saw, the apron straps and the ribbon. And that the victim was wearing an earpiece when his eardrum was ruptured. Talk about a terrifying case of contradictionitis. Time to play doctor and find ourselves a cure then, huh? Yeah! We gotta find one for Maggie, or she's gonna have a terminal case of guilty. Alright, let's talk. Bum 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 bum. What to do? Well, I'm officially at a loss as to where to start. Yeah, me too. Let's try some brainstorming. You go first. I guess we should try to put Mr. Kudo's testimony to some sort of use. Yeah, that's true. And we need to figure out the identity of the waitress and who the victim really was. Somehow I think the key to this case has got to be at Tribulations. Well then, let's go back there and check it out again. Oh, we should drop in on Maggie and see how she's doing too. Okay. Wait, what is this apology anyway? Oh, there we go. When the incident occurred, I broke the vase at my seat. I'm sorry. Oh. Any ideas? Any ideas? So, anything on your mind? Actually, there is something. Okay. I was wondering about... Oh. Phonics. Phony Nick. You know, like what he's like and stuff. Oh yeah! I almost forgot about that guy. I had to beat you so hard it'll feel like yous were smooching the express train. Phoenix Wright? You saying you Phoenix Wright? Yes, I'm Phoenix Wright. The one and only. Actually, I've learned a little something about my doppelganger. Oh, you did? What did you find out? Oh yeah, Maya was working at the restaurant when I ran into... Don... Oh. Phonione? Let's just say he was such a terrible version of me that I wanted to sue for defamation. What's that guy's story, anyway? What does he have to gain by impersonating me? Yeah, that is it's a very weird thing. Like, why is he intimidating? Impersonating? Phoenix. Like, it makes no sense. Like, yeah, Phoenix has a reputation, but even still. It's just strange. Looks like Gumshoe's not here. Never mind that. What's going on? It feels different in here somehow. You think? Yeah, everyone seems to be on edge. What are you doing? Calling the officers for the briefing, quick. Can't you shut down the station's server? Chief, quit playing on the internet. On my email pen pal. Wait. It's like leaked princess. Save it for later, I'm turning it off now. No! Everyone's keeping busy in here, huh? Keeping busy? More like panicking if you ask me. Something's going on. Something big. This is just making me realise that this investigation might be a long one. Detention center. I guess Maggie's still in questioning. But we've got questions to ask her too. Maggie! Maggie! Keep it down, Maya. This isn't a playground, you know. Oh, so we're done here too? Oh my god. Okay, we'll just go straight in. I suppose. It's my only option. Oi, oi, oi. Empty as usual. Yeah, and it's lunchtime too. That's it. Come on, come on, come on. Hey, that sounds like... Gumshoe! No, just call an 8, pal. Come on, I know you can. He's getting really worked up about something. No, that's the wrong number. Looks like an 8 would have only netted me $5 anyway. What a rip-off. What's the problem, Detective Gumshoe? Huh? Oh, it's you. I was just laughing. Just listening to the radio, pal. To the radio? Hey, Detective Gumshoe's having lunch here. He is, and he's having the twin tea set. What can I say? Your amount of expensive tastes, I suppose. Oi, oi. So today's trial? This is a nightmare. How am I supposed to look Maggie in the eye now, pal? You really drove her into a corner, you know. You always blow apart my testimony. Why, of all days, didn't you do it today? Sorry, there just weren't any holes in it, for once. Yeah, what happened? Usually your testimonies are like Swiss cheese. Swiss cheese? What do you preferred, crumbly, like, aged parmesan? Or parmesan? Oh no, it is parmesan. What am I on about? Anyway, this case has already been ruled on. There shouldn't be any holes left to find. So, did Maggie say anything to you? About me, I mean? Well, how did she put it again? I can't believe Detective Gumshoe. I hate him, sir. I mean it. I don't ever want to see him again. Something like that. Oh no! No! Please, Detective Gumshoe, I didn't mean... Why? Why is this happening? He's banging his head against the wall. Oh man. Poor Gumshoe. He's okay now. The lunch special. So, did you like the twin tea set? I never paid that much money for lunch before. I was so nervous. My hands were shaking. So, how did it taste? Terrible. Well, for $20, I guess, I don't know how to describe it. Really, it was delicate. Delicate. That's a really weird, like, swallowing sound. Oh. You mean you liked it? It didn't taste bad to you? What's the matter with him? Looks like he's thinking. That's it! I've been trying to think of the right word to describe the taste. I just got it right now. Bad. That's it. It tasted bad. Kinda hard to admit it to yourself when you pay 20 bucks though, pal. Maybe he should have found out about the price after he had finished eating. Yeah. Maybe that's why Glen Elg came here. Maybe he heard about the famous Twin Tea set. Glen Elg, the victim, huh? Which reminds me, we still hardly know anything about the guy. Why don't we ask Gumshoe what he knows? Seeing as he's here. True. The radio. So, what were you all excited about earlier? Huh? That's right, you said you were listening to the radio or something? Oh, that! That was nothing. I wasn't excited. He wanted an 8 to get 5 bucks. Go on, Detective Gumshoe. You can tell little old me. What were you listening to? Nothing really. It was just, the Daily Exercise Show. Oh my god, even he gets a psych lock. Oh wow, really? What the? A psych lock? This lunch special's lobster is great. Why are there tears in your eyes? Great. I guess my only option. It's the Magatama. Oh, I am gonna break this lock right on open. So, the radio. Alright, Detective Gumshoe, tell me the truth. What were you listening to? No way, pal. Now that you've made a big thing out of it, I'm not gonna tell you. We'll see about that, pal. Considering all the noise you were making while you were listening, it's pretty clear what kind of radio program it was. I'd say it was related to this. Bum ba bum. I'm right, aren't I? You were listening to the lottery results, weren't you? You thought you tried to win big, just like Glen Elg did. It's so you can see right through me. Huh? I've cracked him already. That's why I said it was nothing. What is the point? He was like, oh no! Even Gumshoe's Cyclops are also crappy. Oh, poor guy. The radio! I'm usually pretty lucky, so I figured I'd give it a try. What's with everyone and the lottery? So, how did it go? I won 50 cents. It'd be better to win nothing at all than half a lousy buck. I was so mad. Yeah, I know the feeling. I bought the same kind of ticket as Mr. Elg. When they read those results on the radio, it really gets your heart pumping. You know they broadcast it live when they're picking the numbers. It's intense, pal. Yeah, but that's what Glenn was listening to on the day he was killed. Yeah, what time is it now? It's just after 1:30. And the lottery results always broadcast at the same time? Yeah. Look, I got this flyer when I bought the ticket. Millionaire radio flyer. Okay. Millionaire radio. That sounds cool. I want to try it, Nick. Then buy a ticket, Maya. With your own money. Right, and the last thing to do, I think, at least for the time being, is this. I want to know more. This guy was a real programming genius. They called him the walking bloody hell, computer at the place where he worked. What happens when he crashes though? Does he just stop moving all of a sudden? He wasn't a computer, Maya. Anyway, there's nothing between Maggie and the victim. Yeah, that's what we found out yesterday too. Hey, Detective Gumshoe. Don't you have any information that's a bit more fun? Fun? I guess. He doesn't even say guess. Oh, I know. So have you paid a visit to where Elg worked yet? You might as well. His workplace? Where's that? A computer firm called Blue Screens Incorporated. Or something like that. Sounds like a real stable company. This could be fun, Nick. Let's go. Computers aren't really my thing, Maya. We'll be fine. I know all about that high-tech stuff. I wonder about that. It's just around the corner from this joint. You should go take a look. A computer firm called Blue Screens Inc. Huh. Righty-ho, we got our order of business. Let's go. Oh, so where am I going? Blue Screens. Whoa. Oh god, this is Director Hotty's goddamn music. Wow, this place is so high-tech, you can almost smell the electricity in the air. It is a computer firm, Maya. They can't work without electricity, you know. Who are you? Oh, okay. Oh, hello. I'm sorry, access is restricted to authorized personnel only. This is a computer programming laboratory. There are far too many trade secrets that could be leaked. Wow, what secrets? Everything you see here is classified, no information can leave this building. Understood. Who is this woman? She's like a robot from some kind of whacked educational show. My name is Lisa Basil, whatever. I'm the company director. Director? She's human? She seems more like a ghost in a shell. Oh, anime reference. And that thing over her eye, isn't that the same device as Glenn Elks? She has a higher power level though. Her scouter is, upgraded. It's blue, it's not green. That's a DMH, right? Right? I can't read. Nice try, but it's... Oh. I thought it sounded wrong. But it's the other way around, Maya. It's an HMD. All of my programmers here at Blue Screens Inc. are supplied with HMDs. Then do you write programs too? No, I just enjoy wearing this. They are pretty cool. I wouldn't mind one. So we can talk to her. I can't get the vision of Dr. Hottie doing his, like, really weird gropey things. It's just, this is the music that is his. Right, blue screens. Whoop. So, what exactly is this firm's business? I'll try to simplify it so that you can understand. We analyze the data management systems required by certain branches of industry and deliver optimum operating system and source level components. Huh? You lost me on the corner of analyze and management. It doesn't matter. They analyze stuff. You got that much, right? The software we produce is distributed on CDs. CDs? Yes, compact discs. Digital optical storage media. Of course, CDs are used for software as well as music. It is a small firm, but all of my employees are first-class programmers. Let's ask one of them what they are doing. Oh, Jesus. Excuse me, what are you working on right now? I'm researching the impact of time slicing common areas on logical access to share global variables, blah blah blah. The current events of global variables and memory overheads is vitally important to the success of the execution. Confusing stuff! Well, you get the idea. This is the sort of thing we are involved in. Did you good people follow all of that? Yeah. Your blank smile just said otherwise, Maya. What happened? I mean, if you don't understand something, just smile and nod. Literally works every time. I mean, it doesn't help you understand anything, but it makes the person telling you these things think they're doing a good job explaining it. You know what about what happened, right, Miss Basil? You mean about Glenn being poisoned? Yes, I know. It's terrible. She says with a smile on her face. Oh, he died! Oh no. Can you tell us anything that might be helpful? I don't think so. A police officer was here earlier too. I couldn't tell him anything either because the waitress who committed the crime was nothing to do with Blue Screens Inc. Okay. But the murdered was. How about Mr. Elk's desk? Have you cleared it out already? No, not yet. It's this one, right in front of you. If there's anything that might be useful to you, you're welcome to take it. I guess there might be a clue here somewhere. I suppose it's time to examine. What the hell is this splash? Oh no, it just looks like pink paint or something. And that was not meant to be like a reference to the previous case, where there was actually pink paint. Whoa, look at this desk, Nick. What a mess. Looks pretty average to me. But you can't get any work done with everything all over the place like this. You think? Real whiz kids can work under any condition, you know? She's trying to hint that I should tidy my desk more. I'll clean up my desk when Maya stops asking silly questions. No hurry then. Hey, this calendar. What about it? If this is another hint about tidying, you can forget it. Someone's marked December 3rd in red pen. December 3rd? That's the day Mr. Elg was murdered. Is there anything else? Yeah. It says, meet with the tiger. The tiger? Okay. Oh, we got his calendar. What else is there? What the hell's all this? Wow, look at this mess. Looks like they're all betting tickets. What kind of betting tickets? I was gonna say, probably horse racing, considering his calendar. For betting on which horse will win a given race. They're horse racing tickets. Oh wow, his drawers are stuffed full of these. Looks like they're all losing tickets though. Poor guy. Couldn't catch a break. Glenelg's losing horse racing tickets gathered up. This many tickets would get you, what? A buck down at the recycling centre? You're hopeless, Nick. You know that? I'm just taking them as evidence, Maya. Right, well, I think I got everything. Oh wait. Okay. Don't know why I'm trying to present anything. I should really just go around doing this to everybody. About Mr. Elg. He was a top programmer. I would even say he was a genius. But he did suffer from 1 or 2 bugs in his personality. Oh? Like what? He was a bit of a loser. Perhaps that would be the best way to describe it. That's what got him into trouble. Okay. What's the matter? He was a top programmer. I would say he was a genius. I would even say he was a genius. So he was really no trouble at all. A model employee. Hey, wait a minute. Just now you said something about him being in trouble. We've got to find out what this trouble was exactly. Time to find out. Glenn's troubles. About Mr. Elg. Was he in some kind of trouble? I'm sorry? Why would you think that? I thought you said something about it just now. You said he got himself into trouble because he was a bit of a loser. Oh no. Oh great, you have quite stalwart defences. A Cyclock? No! I guess Mr. Elg is like every other man with his own pile of secrets. Sheesh. Well, I can't do shit here now. Or at the moment. Go back to Tribulations, I suppose. Where else could I go? Kitchen. I'm also just thinking as to where I've not been. Tribulations. Oh no. Is this gonna be Armstrong? Mr. Armstrong's talking to somebody. Oh! I'll be back next month. I have no idea what that is. I will be waiting for you. We've seen her before. If you haven't got it by then, I'm afraid it might get a little hot around here. I will have everything ready, I promise. Why look so sad? I love fire, you know. I love the way it crackles. Oh, great! We got an arsonist. Stop it, I beg of you. Then don't let me down. I'll be watching you. This is not necessary, you can trust me, mademoiselle. Talk to anyone, and I'll drive a knife right through your heart. Jesus! You do not have to worry. You know, you worry far too much. Maybe this will help you relax. It is a oil of sandalwood. I do love raw meat from time to time. This bitch is crazy. What the heck? I'll be taking my leave. Goodbye. For now. Okay. I have le shivers. Must rub some of my oil all over my body before I become a nervous wreck. There, oh, oui, oui. That feels good. Can you not do this in front of me? Sheesh. Excusez-moi, monsieur. My eyes. My eyes. Your eyes? If you have trouble with your eyes, you need this. Oil of sandalwood. He's trying to pawn that off to us now. Isn't this just the leftovers of what you were just using? Oh, God. Alright, Trebian. I'm so confused. Ah. You don't exactly have many customers, do you, Mr. Armstrong? No, you are right, monsieur. But perhaps that is the perfect time for you to visit me, no? Now I can give you my undivided attention and cook for you a supreme or dish supreme. Putting on a brave face, huh? That's what girls do, Nick. but you are right, business is very difficult these days. Perhaps the name is a problem, people do not understand it. They think it is Stray. I just wanted people to think that my restaurant was exclusive. But they think you just serve fast food on cheap plastic trays. Hey, that's the kind of thing that can make a girl cry. Have you forgotten that Mr. Armstrong is a man, Maya? This restaurant is my life, it is everything to me. I'll defend it to the finale. No one will take it from me. The woman just now. So, who was that woman you were just talking to? Ooh la la, you saw that? Well, yes, sorry. So, who was she? She looked so polite and graceful. Polite? Graceful? And she likes raw meat and fires, right? Yeah. I don't think Maya caught on. Somehow. I'll be back next month. Yeah, I don't know why it's showing me this. This just happened. I'm afraid it might get a little hot in here. Everything ready, I promise. Sheesh. Now that I think about it. Hey Maya, I think it's pretty clear what kind of conversation they were having. You think so? Okay. Let's show him that piece of evidence and see what happens. Good idea. Good show, yes. Where the hell isn't? Oh, there. Boom. So long as that paper exists, I am but a delightful angel with broken wings. An angel, huh? Doesn't bode well, when you think about it. They keep harassing me month after month. In the end, I had to give in. I agreed to help him. Help them? With what? Whatever. I have no idea. Maybe I'm sure. If I did not owe them the money, I would have refused. But my hands were tied. Please, what did you agree to help them with? I cannot say. If I tell you that woman, she will slice me up and eat me with a salad garnish. Ugh. Hope it doesn't mean that he'll literally be sliced up and served with garnish. I'm gonna guess that woman has something to do with your loan contract, am I right? Oh no! Please, Mr. Armstrong, tell us about that woman. Yeah! Please. Oh, nice. The woman who was here earlier, I take it that she's, Why has it come to this? What a tragedy. Suddenly I found myself so deep in debt, it is a sign of the bad world we live in, huh? I'd say it's more of a sign of a bad culinary skills. The woman who was here, the scary woman, she's from a loan office. Loan office? Is that where you borrowed $500,000 from? Yes, Tender Lender, it is called. Catchy name, just hearing it makes me want to borrow some money. Please, you must not borrow from them. If you must, no more than $10. $10? Sounds like your whole monthly stipend, Maya. Hey, I get a bit more than that, thank you very much. So Tender Lender is the loan office you borrowed $500,000 from, huh? I wonder if they've got anything to do with this case. I'm a weak woman. When I am upset, I have to buy something nice to cheer me up. Thanks to him loaning me the money, I have to pay back $500,000 now. I'm like his slave. I have to do everything that he tells me. Who is he? Le Tiger. The Tiger? So he is the manager of the Tender Lender, a terrifying man, the big city mobster. When he shouts at me, my knees are trembling and his voice is ringing in my ears for 3 days. As soon as I hear the noise of that battered old scooter he rides, I start to cry. A big city mobster who rides a battered old scooter. Oh god, it's him. Does this guy resemble me by any chance? Oh no. This man has a presence, a most formidable personality. Although... Oui, he does have spiky hair just like you. Oh, cheers for the follow. I appreciate it. There is a resemblance there, I suppose. Oops. Sounds like this loan office is worth checking out after all. If you want to visit the Tender Lender, it's just beyond Vitamin Square. Hey Nick, if you need money, I can loan you some, as long as it's less than $3. Thanks for the offer. Just beyond Vitamin Square, huh? As long as it's less than $3. I don't have any more, I'm broke. Right, to Vitamin Square we go. And then to the Tenderland. What? I'm gonna head back to the precinct now. We got a big meeting starting in a bit. About Maggie's case, you mean? No, that's pretty much wrapped up now. There's another big case going down at the moment, so she's been pushed aside. Okay, well, see you later then. Bye! Okay. Oh, he's back. Lots of dots. More dots. You better get going, detective, or you'll be late. Actually, I've kinda got a favour to ask. It's a big one. A favour? Yeah, it's for, Maggie, actually. I was kinda hoping... Ooh! You'd give this to her from me, or for me. What is it? It's a lunchbox. I got up early so I could make it. I've been real worried about her. She looked like she'd lost a lot of weight. Detective Gumshoe! Oh my god, you care! How many weenies are in here? There's not a person on Earth who could down this much meat. You think? I love weenies. Can't get enough of their tender juiciness. Okay. So you give it to her? It took me ages to make, so please say you will, pal. I can't exactly say no, can I? Yay, we got his lunchbox! Woohoo! Maybe I'll eat it myself if I get hungry. Don't forget, okay? I'm counting on you to give that to Maggie. That was an experience. He's finally gone. Alright, let's go. To the Tenderlander. Wait, that scooter's there again. Yeah. I don't see any sign of Mr. Kudo, do you? Maybe he went to buy another ton of birdseeds. Kinda hoping he wouldn't be here anyway. At least, not for now. Hey, my. How's it going? Besides, any more seeds today and I'm liable to turn into a real phoenix. I want to examine the scooter, but I have a feeling nothing will happen, so... Yeah. Tenderlander! Whoa, what the heck? I can't even read what the hell that says at the top. Win? Something? Something. Yeah, I can't really read the rest. I don't even know if it says win. Anyway, they have a punching bag, a radio, a bunch of suits. Is that the Phoenix phony suit? I think it is. This place gives off a really strange vibe, doesn't it? Looks like the tiger isn't in his lair. And that is, as they say, a very good thing. Welcome. Uh-oh. Talk about a creepy voice, it makes your soul want to shrivel up and die. Oh, it's her again! You're here. To discuss a loan? No, not exactly. The manager's away at the moment. Wait quietly, please. This chick's really creepy. Woo, boy. She's gone, just like that. She'll just have to come back another time. But this is the perfect opportunity, Nick. This place reeks of suspicion. Come on, Nick. Let's take a look around, okay? Do you think it'd be okay? Of course. No one will ever know. Coffee? Ugh. I'll leave it here for you to enjoy. Quietly. Yeah, thank you. Do not touch the desk, please. Okay. What the hell is this shit on the floor? Nick, let's get out of here. Now she wants to get out of here. No, what on earth is this? All of this stuff. Oh no. Someone's dropped the ashtray onto the floor. It's gonna be a nightmare to clean up. Yeah, it's all over the rug and everything. I accidentally knocked over a really big space heater once. Cleaning it up was such a pain. One of those super antiques where you have to burn a ton of charcoal. How did you manage to knock over one of those? Aren't they supposed to be super heavy? Oh hey! There's a book of matches here too. Matches, huh? Places don't give those out much nowadays. Hey, wait a second. What is it? Look what's printed on the back. It says Très bien. Wait, so we got Très bien matches. These matches could come in handy. Might be able to use them. Yeah, the pilot light for the office boiler keeps going out. Swing and a miss, Maya. Swing and a miss. What else could I examine? I mean, there's the phony suit. Hey, look at this Parisian-style coat. It's so chic. Looks Looks more like a pimp coat to me. Guess I haven't got an eye for fashion. Hey, look at this. The suit is the same colour as the one you wear, Nick. The same colour as my suit. Keep your voice down, Maya. Nick, you gotta take a look at this. Some cake? I'll just leave it here for you. Yeah, sure. Yeah, thanks. Just wait here quietly, otherwise... Sure. Did you hear that, Nick? Wait quietly, she said. Yeah, sure. You give me the heebie-jeebies. I have my eye on you. Only so I can take care of you. Understand? I do not like her. Not at all. I'm scared, Nick. So, what were you getting so excited about before? Look, on the lapel of this suit. Wait, what? That's an attorney's badge. But it's... That doesn't look like one. It looks like it's made of cardboard. Is the tiger a lawyer? No way, look at this badge. It's made of paper. Okay. For some reason your badge suddenly looks really cheap to me, Nick. Why doesn't anyone recognize an obvious fake badge when they see one? No idea. Anyway, we got a radio thing. There's a CD player on the desk, but the desk is so loud. Oh, it's a wonder you can hear it. Eh? The lid's open. I wonder what kind of music the tiger's into. Have you finished? The coffee? Yes, thanks, it was lovely. So, you drank it? All? It was poisoned. If you touch anything else that doesn't belong to you, there's always another cup. That coffee! It was laced with something, I'm almost sure of it. Nick, my stomach, it's killing me. Oh wait, maybe it was just the burger I ate for breakfast. I sure hope so. Better take a look at that CD while we're still alive and have the chance. What the? What, it's not the Rocco soundtrack, is it? Claw the Tiger? Oh my god. It's a demo CD. The artist's name has been handwritten on the disc in pen. MC Bomber. What? That's what Maggie mentioned, didn't it? Yeah, this must be the CD Maggie mentioned, or told us about. Let's listen to it, I bet it's heavy metal. No way, that woman will make us drink more coffee if we do. True. Oh god, it's what's-his-face. And... come out from under the desk, Maya. I do like his music, though. What are you two snooping around in my office for? Nothing. We were just... My precious carpet, you've got ash on my rug. You're gonna wish your ugly feet never came through my door. It wasn't us. It was already like this. You just want to argue with me? Is that what you're doing? You dink. You just can take me on. I'm gonna flatten yous two into pancakes and turn yous into my new rugs. Oh my god. Oh. Don Tigre, you're back. Oh, that voice. It's like evil seeping into your head through your ears. I'm sorry, Don Tigre. I knocked over that ashtray before, and... She got a death wish or what? Oh. Oh, right. Huh? Forget about it, Violetto. It's nothing. Wait, what? 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 I ain't gonna get mad at you. You're too cute, you hear? That's so unfair. Here, have some cookies. I just baked them. And you'll need some strong espresso while you're discussing your loan. Okay. This chick's just unsettling. Phoenix Wright. Yes? You was either crazy or just plain stupid to chase after me. I worked so hard, but now you just gotta come after me, or come and mess up my plan. So it was him. He's my phony. But I don't care. No one gets in my way. What? I mean, excuse me? You should have left a little girl at home, right? I have a few things I want to ask. No questions. This is the last time we meet. I left. Wait, please. That was pretty weak, Nick. You waited until he was out of earshot before you shouted at him. Oh my god. Well, recording at 5 AM is bound to be a tiring experience. Like, you'll want to talk. I didn't hear you scream, "Hold it," either. The espresso. She just keeps coming back with more stuff. Gave me cake, cookies, coffee, espresso. So the cookies, this woman is definitely not good for my heart. Now, what was it the tiger called her? Violetta? Oh, I can talk to her now. Hold up. I never actually examined everything. So what is this? Whoop. Let's see, this round doll thing is called a Daruma, I think. I figure I'd read a book or two and be more cultured, in case you're wondering. You mean you aren't making stuff up for a change? Heh. I bet you also didn't know that no matter what, he'll always right himself. Come on, Nick, give him a good shove. Only if I feel like dying. Now this yellow thing, this is a Japanese chess piece. I think it's a king? Not that I'm an expert or anything. I'm more of a reversey person, you know. Assuming she knows what she's talking about, these aren't exactly your typical mobster wannabe items. They're not trophies, are they? Hey, there's a piece of paper sticking out from under here. What is it? A repair bill? Looks like he did some repair work on his car. Does he even have one? 15,000 to replace a bumper and a light. That's insane. Car's registered to the Cadaverinis? So it's not even the tiger's car? Why would someone else's repair bill be in the tiger's office? Okay. Also, isn't that a shogi piece? Yeah. I'm also certain it's called shogi. Can't quite remember. Only thing I know is that in Yakuza 2, there is a shogi minigame that you have to play in order to advance the story. Pretty much. Right, so, Tenderlender. So, I'm kind of curious about your company, Tenderlender. With the warm and friendly atmosphere you'd expect from a family-sized business. A conscientious rate of interest, and an attractive repayment policy. Why do I get the feeling this sentence is not going to end well? We will tenderly lend you that little bit extra, here at Tenderlender. Alright, you walking advert. Hey Nick, things are a bit tight for Wright & Co at the moment, aren't they? I mean, there's that $500 you owe me from our card game for starters. Why don't you take out a loan? Would I like to take out a loan from a place like this? Not so much. Tenderlender is on your side. I do not trust this chick. So, let's say I'm late with my repayments, what happens then? We'd give you more coffee. Strong coffee. Right, I think I'd rather skip down. Hey, just remember I can make strong coffee too, Nick. Ugh, strong tea as well. What happened? So, do you know about the incident we're investigating? What incident? Well, a man was poisoned in a restaurant just near here. That incident. Let me see. I was here that day with the manager. The manager being the tiger. Furio Tigre. Furio? Tigre? So that's where the tiger comes from. He's got a real name! Nick, hurry up and find out more about him. Oh god. Okay, present his profile. Can I ask you about the tiger? I mean, Mr. Tigre? Cookie? Sure. How do you like my cookies? I baked them myself. Why does she have to laugh? It's like I poisoned them too. Go ahead, Nick. The honor is all yours. No. Ladies first, Maya. No matter how I look at this, I just don't get it. What are the tiger and this scary girl doing working together? We are lovers. It's not exactly coming across in your tone of voice. And I owe Don Tigre my life. He's the one who saved me. The tiger saved you? Please, address him properly as Don Tigre, otherwise I'll have to cut you into little pieces. Okay, Don Tigre, of course. I'm sorry. He saved her life? I'd like to know how that happened. Wait, so how did he help? Save your life. I'm very frail, you see. Just recently I died. Once. You died? About 4 months ago. The doctor said to abandon all hope. I guess we were expecting her to take a boat ride across the river Styx. But Don Tigre, he saved me. He gave up everything. Everything? When I found out what he had done for me, I was happy. No offense, but I'm finding that a little hard to believe. I decided I'd pay him back, with my life, by serving him coffee, and espresso. So I wonder about what's in her coffee. So is that why you've got that bandage around your head? This? The head bandage. So what's the story with the bandage? They put it on after the operation. Operation? It's just a little injury. A little fatal injury. Fatal injury? Maya just suffered one herself by the sound of it. So, that's the injury you were talking about before, when you said you had died once. Oh, Christ. Really? Oh my god. She has 4 to deal with. She really creeps me out, Nick. Same here, but we got to find out the truth. I can't do bloody anything here now. Back to Vitamin Square. Right, okay. There he is! Old CD's back feeding the pigeons again. There, take this, and get out of my park! Like I thought, he's really mad. Come on, Maya. Just keep your head down and let's sneak away while we still can. What? Why? Hello, old man. What are you doing, Maya? Oh, great, look at him. I was waiting for his music to start. He just turned his back on us. I'm not surprised. I bet I really hurt his pride in court this morning. Hey, Mr. Kudo. Pigeon. Look, we really need to talk to you, alright? Out with the demons. In with good fortune. Seeds. Shell splinters. Painful. I always knew you were a demon, Maya. There we go, there's his music. Bum, bum, bum. Today's trial. I'm sorry about what happened in court earlier today. Everyone will be talking about me behind my back now. A dirty old man who was so busy looking at the serving girl's backside that he can't remember her face. A filthy, depraved animal. Not at all. Not at all. Listening to me, boy? I don't care what you say. I saw that witch was put it in. She put some white powder into the young lad's Jabbergino. We hear you. And another thing, the young layabout was wearing an earpiece. On the same side as the lens of his broken spectacles. We're really sorry. So I made a little mistake about the vase. So what? I know what I saw. I tell you. Okay, take it easy, please, Mr. Kudo. Don't tell me to take it easy, you spike-ahead brat. Take this. Embroider. Not embroiderer. You said you were a craftsman, right? The modern world casts honest craftsmen like me aside in droves. Surely it's not that. I come from a long line of craftsmen, right back to the time of shoguns. You hear me? I didn't become an embroiderer, I was born one. Actually, I'm kind of in the same situation myself. I wanted to stick my fingers up that dribbling old judge's nose. And scream right down his ear hole. Objection! Oh, so did you want to become a lawyer when you were young? I don't think that's quite it, Maya. I think he's just in a bad mood, that's all. I got a tsunami of frustration inside and it's ready to burst out. If we let him start rambling now, we might never shut him up. What should I do? Suck it up. Guess I better let him talk. So there's not much call for craftsmen these days, then? Of course not, you idiot. All I'm good for nowadays is running errands. Errands? Everyone takes advantage of the elderly. Buy some bread, Gramps. Take the dog for a walk, Grandad. Feed the pigeons, old man. What am I, some sort of 2-bit community handyman? Well... But now that you mention it, buy some bread. Now that I can understand. What's the point of feeding some seedy pigeons? What do people say what they mean? Get lost, that's what they're trying to say. Oh yes, I'm just an inconvenience, you see. At home at that restaurant, I was just in the way, don't I? I just get in the way, don't I? I'm sure you don't. Wait a minute. What did he just say? At home and at that restaurant. Hold up. By restaurant, are you talking about Tribulations? Did you get asked to run an errand there too? Yes, I did. The very day that young brat was poisoned. What? What is this errand? So on the day of the incident, what were you asked to do? Glad you asked, boy. Because I'll tell you what I was asked to do. I'll tell you good and proper. All of a sudden, that young lad slumped over the table. The serving girl collapsed, and I broke that vase. It all happened so fast, I was in a bit of a daze, you see. Then the owner shouted over to me. Excusez-moi, you, call the police. Call them yourself. I should have said back, but I didn't think of it at that time. So, did you end up calling the police? Like I said, I was in a bit of a daze. Did you call them on your cell phone? Do I look like I'd have one of those newfangled thingamajigs? I went out looking for a payphone, of course. You went looking for one? I couldn't find one right away, you know. Wandered around for 5 minutes or so. 5 minutes? So for 5 minutes after the incident happened... Yes, sirree, the owner was at Tribulations on his own. Why didn't you mention this in court this morning? Well, I would have if you'd given me the chance. But you all bullied me out of the courtroom. Thank you, Mr. Kudo. You've certainly earned your kudos for today. Wait a minute. If that's the case, there's more I've got to say. Oh yes, I remember something else. It just so happens. Bailiff has got the witness out of this courtroom. God, I think today might be one of the only days where, as soon as I finish recording, I am off to sleep. So I am so tired. I'm not like, so tired that I will pass out, but I can really feel it. It's not my fault, you're the ones to blame. And normally I'd like to edit everything before I go to sleep, but today is just not going to be the day. You could have at least told us before we got to court. Is it really that important that Mr. Kudo was the one who called the police? What's important is the unaccounted time before the police arrived. 10 minutes. The victim was dead, and Maggie was unconscious. Which leaves that man, alone in the restaurant. Mr. Kudo might have been chased out of the place on purpose. What do you mean? A certain someone didn't want him in the restaurant. Ah, oh sure, you go ahead and say I was in the way as usual. Suppose I should have been getting myself covered in pigeon poop instead, huh? We need to get more details about what exactly happened. From Maggie, and from Mr. Armstrong. Okay, so we'll go to Armstrong first, because he's closer. So Tribulations. Oh wait, what am I doing? Alright, to the kitchen. Yay! Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again. But the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Only a couple of minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose. Maybe. I guess, what is it? Detention center. Couldn't remember what it was called. Right, there we go. Dum bum bum. Okay, it seems I don't have all that much left, which is good. Still, my god, my head hurts. I'm just so bloody tired. Ah! I will stop complaining and just suck it up. Oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. So they finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm gonna stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Hmm? What do you mean, Gumshoe? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember of the incident, anyway. Is it possible that she is the one misremembering things? Contradictions. Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony that didn't match up with what you remembered? Yep. There are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder into the coffee cup? So you really think it was this disappearing man that did it? Well, he's not the only one that disappeared. The CD vanished as well. You know, the CD with the writing on it? Oh yeah. The MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. I never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. After the incident... You said that you passed out when the victim, Glenn collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived at the scene, you have no idea what went on at Tribulations. No idea at all. Why, is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't inside the restaurant because he was told to go to call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No. You don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know, the things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. We've got to find out exactly what happened to the old man on that day. Okay, present. I feel much better after the trial this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie. If there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Okay. So, his testimony. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table... It's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know that already. It was Victor Kudo. But I can't really say. It was an old man. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged man? No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was a woman. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure. But I think so. So what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. And she had kind of a cackling laugh. Creepy. Cackling. Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? Yeah. I think I know who it is. Right, also, because Gumshoe was bugging us. There it is. Gumshoe's lunchbox! Oh yeah! I've got something you're gonna love. Really, what is it? A lunchbox just for you. Here. Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. Who else would make such a nice lunchbox for you? Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like you put a lot of effort into making this too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules, no gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are the rules. They'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it with Mr. Wright. But... she's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But... I guess so. Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya. Pug. Well, how was it? I hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. She looks so sad. Oh, I'm sorry. But you did just say you hate weenies and also that you can't accept it because it's from Gumshoe. I mean, she didn't say that, but it's pretty obvious that's what she was insinuating. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching up on my Asian soap operas. She's gonna have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy, really, was about to confess to his son's hot-to-trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down. Something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? Detective Gumshoe! You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We got big problems here today. Why, what's going on? It's a virus. A virus? A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer systems. I really need to ask you some questions. Let's talk anyway! Tender lender. Okay, I'm gonna say this once, so listen up. Yes. No matter how poor you get, never borrow money from a place like this, you hear? Okay. If you got money trouble, just go on a diet of instant noodles and hang in there. We're not thinking about borrowing money, Detective. We want information. Oh, is that all? Well, let's see. Tender lender is considered to be even fishier than the average illegal loan shark. But it seems it ran into trouble just recently. Those guys have been pretty heavy-handed, calling in all their debts. Really? Don't go poking your nose around in their business, pal. You'll really regret it if you upset that lady. Alright, I get the picture. Hey, wait a minute. What did he just say? That lady? Who's this lady he's talking about, Nick? I better find out what the story is with this lady. Computer viruses. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? A computer virus? Sure. I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. What's a virus? A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've got stored on your PC here in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus then. But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. Well, that's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Goddo and so he catches a cold. Right, then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. You really shouldn't do stuff like that, Nick. It's wrong. Who, what, where, when and why did this conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? Kinda feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus, huh? feel like I've heard it before too. We have, if we just present him with the right evidence. Oh god, where is it? Here it is. MC Bomber! Detective Gumshoe, about this. Well, I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and this virus right now, so I... This is it! This stupid name! I remember now! I thought so. Here it comes! Don't just nod to yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it. The name scribbled on that sports paper was written on that CD. That's the name of the virus. MC Bomber. What? Yeah, the virus that's just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. Can you give us any more details, please? Ooh. Probably can if I talk to him. MC Bomber. We already knew about the MC Bomber virus from a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if their demands weren't met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff with criminals and viruses. It almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Almost. Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius. Or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market. You mean someone put this virus up for sale? Yeah, because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. In the millions? A virus can be worth that much? Yeah. You can technically hold a computer at ransom with a virus. Present. He did actually mention Violetta, so... yeah. Let's see if he has anything to say about her. That's a girl who works over at the Tender Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. Okay. Well, what's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini. Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know who that is, Nick? Never heard of him. Bruto Cadaverini is the boss of the Cadaverini family. The Cadaverinis? That's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're way too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? No, I don't remember ever saying I was going to. I better get some more info out of Gumshoe about this family. Yay! Right, I'm actually near the end of the investigation, so... it's all good. The Cadaverinis. Not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop, and you're scared. What's that about? Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They've got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah? As in... they pretty much control all the cash on the city's black market. The black market, huh? And that includes Tender Lender, I take it. Sure. No one stands up to Bruto Cadaverini, and I mean no one. Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss then? Yeah, and everyone knows how much Bruto loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up at Tender Lender? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of the Tender Lender are pretty tight. Tight? That's what it said in the file I read related to Maggie's case. Sheesh. Sounds like a pretty important clue. No, I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing. And that is... you know, the lunchbox. How did everything go? The lunchbox? You remember. The weenies. I hate weenies. Oh yeah, those weenies. So how did my weenies taste when they went down the hatch? Huh? Well... it was... delicious. Yeah? That's what she said? Really? Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen. So I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox. A my god, again. Oh! Do me a favour again, huh, pal? And deliver this. This sure is a heavy burden. In more ways than one. I could just imagine Maggie's little eyes sparkling with joy when you bring her that. Weenies again, Nick? Tell me we don't have to eat all these too? Oh no, we got another lunchbox. Really can't eat anymore. Alright, so we're done here. Oh man, we actually have enough evidence to complete... I said to complete the game. No, to complete the investigation. Alright, go to the detention center. Move again. To Très bien. Très bien. Then move again. To... blue screen. And boom. Right. Glenn's troubles. So, how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to someone in customer service. What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's troubles have something to do with this? What is that? A bunch of horse racing tickets? All losing ones? With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling centre. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in on others' misfortunes is immoral. Why did I get a whiff of hypocrisy just now? But what is the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elg. He had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys this many tickets. Anyways, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. Elg's gambling wasn't restricted to horse races, was it? No. Oh, wait. There we are. The lottery, horse racing. He bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? Oh, she's sweating. Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps? No! There's one down. You're right, Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example, do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000. Yeah, but he died. It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? I read that really weirdly. I apologise. It's true that Mr. Elg won $500,000 in the end. But that was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Oh man, could they have made this more obvious? Fierio Tigre. Fierio Tigre. The boss of a loan office called Tenderlender. Tenderlender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. Like you'll want to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Elg. You think Glenn had something to do with this Fierio Tigre? Yes. I'm sorry, I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the Tigre knew each other. It's in his calendar. Fierio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tenderlender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of the murder. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No! One remains. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000. Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he should have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay. So the guy got lucky and won the lottery, but what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? That's effectively talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get back to my work. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question, was it by any chance this? Oh. Well, this is it, isn't it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. No! There we go, we got her. Woohoo! Ding ding ding. Right, so there's that. So Glenn's troubles. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So, he said he was taking on some extra work, something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he was going to become a waitress at Tribulations. Where do you come up with these ideas? Okay, so risky extra work. So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of this virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius. In a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several million dollars on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar, that was his deadline for repaying his debts. Okay, so that was updated. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore, so we threw those away. Thrown back on the floor. Here's a trash can, Nick. I guess we're done then. Okay. Move. Right, back to Tenderlender. And then we're pretty much done. I did that last time too. Oh, pardon me. I think we need to go here. Right, let's do Violetta. Oh yeah, I forgot she has 4. Sheesh. The head bandage. You said that bandage around your head was from an operation? You also said that you suffered a fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently. Now by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow, right? Did the injury in question have something to do with this? I don't even know where this will be. So, I have here a car repair bill. From this it seems pretty obvious that this car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis. Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what do the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong, and this is why. I know exactly who you are, Viola Cadaverini. You sustained that injury in a traffic accident, didn't you? Well done. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family cars when someone pulled out in front of me. Oh! It was a motorbike, or something like that. I don't remember it much. Anyway, I swerved to try to avoid it, but... Okay. It took a blow to the head. I took a blow to the head, a bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cadaverini, right? I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away? If they'd stayed, I'd have... is it possible that the person who committed the hit and run have been... Do I actually have... Okay, I do. Good. Whew! Tigre! It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. But it did break a lock, so, you know. We collided. The motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured at all. Is he? It was a tiger who caused Viola to crash, I can feel it. Plus one of her locks just broke, so she must suspect it was him too. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini, but I have proof that the tiger was involved in a traffic accident on his bike. Have you seen the state of his scooter? It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini? You know the truth, don't you? All she has done is laugh. Very creepy. This repair bill was paid by Fiorio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very, very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I recovered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really? But do you honestly believe that to be true? Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Probably to get him off of his back. Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruto Cadaverini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you are his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, do you think Mr. Tigre would have paid the money? $1 million. Holy shit. Really? Wow, okay. Whew, that is expensive. The head bandage. 4 months ago, I was in a traffic accident. That's why I needed the operation. When I woke up, they told me it was nothing serious. A simple procedure. Oh, really? Well, I guess if she recovered in 4 months, it couldn't have been too big. They said the operation cost $1 million. $1 million bucks? Jesus. My father ordered Don Tigre to pay $1 million in compensation. Compensation, huh? It's underworld lingo for paying money to settle a score. Basically, pay or get into some serious trouble. But $1 million bucks? This has to be related to our poisoning case somehow. So, compensation. Okay, so I wanted to believe him. I wanted to trust what Don Tigre said. He said it had nothing to do with my grandfather being Bruto Cadaverini. I wanted to believe he helped me because he cared about me, not about my grandfather. Aww, but I knew. That wasn't really true. Wow, I'm so sorry. What he did to get the money was evil. He said it was all for me, so I helped him. You helped him? In what way? Here, take these. What are these? Medical papers? I'm Bruto Cadaverini's granddaughter. He had to pay compensation. He was made an offer. He simply couldn't refuse. So medical papers added to the court record. I feel so bad for Viola. I really want to read those. I'm mostly just curious as to what they say. Oh, for cranial surgery. Payment was due last year. It's inexcusable, huh? Oh, there are two things that I consider inexcusable. Poisoning and betrayal. Only a coward would hurt people using either of these tactics. Is everything alright, Nick? We should get going. Right after we finish our espresso. Yeah! I won't need to convince Viola of anything else, so I guess I can get rid of this. Yay! Right, now we can actually move and finish this bloody investigation. Ugh. And then I can pass the fuck out. Am I glad? Whew! Alright, très bien. This should be it. Bonjour, I've been waiting for you to return. Mr. Armstrong. Now, good timing. I was hoping to find you here. We'd like to ask you a few questions. Well, he hasn't got anything to say to you, fellas. Oh, it's Tigre. Don Tigre. Who you calling? Zeno. Come on from the table already, Maya. Okay, hand it over. What? You just want to play games with me? I don't recommend that. The medical papers now. Uh-oh. I think he wants Viola Cadaverini's papers back. You mean this? The $1 million medical papers? Miss Cadaverini trusted you. That's why she said that she helped you. Forget about it. That girl's dumber than an eggplant. You just want to know what's said? What's said? I'll tell you what's said, and it ain't only her face. She thinks she's got power because she's Bruto's little girl. Now that's sad. I can't let you have these papers. Tomorrow in court, I'm going to expose what you did to get the 1 million you used to pay this off. Are you crazy or something? I don't care if you want to give it to me or not. There's 2 of us here. You got that? 2. Wait, really? Oui. Mr. Armstrong? Forgive me. This late I cannot argue with him. Oh dear. She's getting fucked about. Ugh. That really hurt. Is that all you's got? I'll be taking those papers now. Armstrong, get that lighter. Wait. Don't take it too hard. Phoenix, right? That was so stupid. I shouldn't have let my guard down. Those medical papers were vital evidence. To be continued? Wait, hold it, pal. Oh, Jesus. Detective Gumshoe. Detective? You think you're gonna stop me, copper? Beat it. Whoa. Come on, Gumshoe. Keep it together. You guys, get out of here. Leave this guy to me. But go, pal, and take this. If you get hurt, who'd look after Maggie, huh? Alright, thanks, Gumshoe. Wait, Nick, don't leave me behind. Well, don't hide under a bloody table then, you idiot. I'll get even with that guy tomorrow. In court. Tender Linda is going down. Is that it? Is that it? Oh, sweet release of sleep. I can finally visit Dreamland. And sleep for like 40 hours. Oh, can't wait. I should really end the session. I could quite easily fall asleep in like under a minute. Easily. Either way. Save. Yes. That is going to be the end of the session. Next session is going to be interesting because we're going to be finishing case 3. Wait. Just double checking. Is it case 3 or case 4? 1, 2, 3. Okay, it's case 3. Yeah, we'll finish case 3 probably in the next session. Then the session after that, I'll do case 4. I'm hoping I'll be able to do all of it in one session. And then we have the final case, which is going to be a beast. So yeah, interesting. Either way, that is going to be the end of the session. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed. And until next time, take care.